Oh boy, okay, this definitely looks better. I think this was from last week. Okay, so obviously looks like this putt's a little right to left. Okay. So we want our backswing here somewhere. Okay, so that looks pretty good. Let's see what happens here. Okay, the camera did move. Yeah, so that putter's a lot better. Okay, so we can see now the face is opening. So now we're going to make a decision here about how we're going to stroke this. So it's online, which is great, mate. Well done. So now we're going to figure out how we're going to match this arc and face rotation on both sides of the putter. It actually started a little right and interestingly finished a little left. I think that putter had a little bit of side spin on it actually. I think you closed the face quite hard. I mean, it's just feasible that it's turning too much and you've slightly underread it. That is feasible. But it looks to me like quite a lot of face rotation coming in. So even there, I'd say it's quite open, that face. And then you rotate it quite hard for a putt. And I reckon that, I mean, you can see it didn't launch properly. It's definitely hopping in the air. Just want to check how in sync it is with the shoulders. Yeah, I still think there can be a touch more shoulder turn, eh? So it doesn't match the downswing, does it? There's way more on the downswing than there is on the backswing. Okay, so now I like this, so we're on the right track here. Okay, now let's just decide how we're going to synchronize this. Okay, I'm going to send you a video, yeah? Okay, so you can see that video, obviously it's better. So now the hover there, the putter is starting on line, it's not getting outside the line, so that's great. But it's definitely disconnected, so we can see the face is quite open. It's more prevalent or more evident, should we say, coming into impact. Right, then we can also see there's a little bit of still under rotation of the torso, of the shoulders and the backstroke, so it's definitely out of sync. Alright? So first thing we have to do is we've got to match up the amount of rotation on the backswing with the through stroke. You can see very little here, and then your through stroke goes like, you know, almost 40-45 degrees of rotation. So that's never going to match up consistently. And then obviously we're going to work on then matching the face to that. So really all we have to then figure out, okay, is are we going to allow that putter, okay, to rotate open with the shoulders and then back to square and then a little bit closed, if you want to call it that. It's just square to you, to how you're rotating, okay, or are we going to build that body pivot but then learn to keep the face square to the target at all times? Because obviously you can see there now there's a rotation on the backstroke, okay, but then on the through stroke you want it to hold it through. So we've got to decide what we're going to do, match it so that they work together instead of against one another, and then obviously match it to your putter. Okay, so obviously with the little mallet putter, it is designed, okay, to gate to open and close. Alright, so then if we decide to work away from that, then we have to look at either the setup of that putter or getting a new putter. Alright, so that's kind of the process we have to go through. But the first thing we've got to do, okay, is make the decision, alright, and just figure out how to use equal amount of shoulder rotation through the backstroke and the through stroke, okay, and then we'll be able to match it all up from there. Right, I'd be interested to know, so maybe I'll try that putt again, but I'd be interested to know if you can hit that putt purer, the one you showed me, and it won't break as much. Okay, I feel like you hit that with a bit of late rotation, and oh, sorry. And I reckon that side spin made that putt turn more than it should. So just try that out for me during the week and let me know. I'd be interested to know. Okay, so here's a little drill you can do with alignment stick to start matching it out, okay? So you're just going to put that under your arms like that, okay? Then obviously from their normal grip and stuff, okay? And then obviously you can now track how much rotation you've got. As I'm showing the camera, obviously don't rotate your lower body as much as them. Try to be nice and stable on the lower body, okay? But you can just track how much you're turning on both sides. Okay, so it's a nice little drill you can do. Okay, to track that amount of rotation. It's quite a cool drill for taking the hands out of the stroke as well, but I guess is kind of what we're trying to do, but we're trying to be a little bit better than that. So just start with that, and then obviously send me some videos as soon as you can. Okay?